to Matthew and Liz, may God richly bless you as you're celebrating your 65th wedding anniversary. You are two fortunate people to be together for 65 years. May God give you many more years and good health. I'm going to start, Liz, when we were kids at home. Remember, our mother lost our dad when she was about 29 years old, and she was left with 5 little kids. So she had to go to work because there was no money, no means, no way. And I was the oldest girl at home, I was in charge of taking care of you 3 girls and cooking for you, and so whatever I did, I did. And I remember it was during the summer, and we lived across the street from Columbus School, and we'd eat lunch, and you 3 of you would run off and leave me to do all the work. Kathy remembers that very well, but that was all right, though. And of course, we had a brother, but my mother used to take him with her all the time. And so we grew up anyways. Well, then after 7 years, my mother remarried, and our stepfather had 2 girls. So there we were 6 girls, and 3 girls in each bed, for 2 beds. But we grew up, and we thank God even for that, because that was the only beds we had. So then I remember then Matthew came along, and I think he was about 16 years old, and he was working in a shoe shop there in Newcastle, where he lived, or Bessemer, and his father told him to come to Erie, and I think it was at M. O'Neill's downtown on State Street where he was supposed to go. Well, anyways, we lived behind a little church, so he had that address. So he came there to my mother's house. I'll never forget the night he came in. I was there, and here we were, 6 girls there, and poor little Matthew. But then he got a job afterwards, and Liz didn't like him. She hated him. She wanted my mother to send him out. Well, my mother made an appeal to the church if there was anyone that would take him in, but nobody responded. So I think God knew what he was doing, that he was to stay right there. So then Liz hated him, but her hatred turned to love, because then they start going together. Then Matthew was drafted in the Army, I remember. And so then shortly after, they got married, and Liz went along with them. Well, then I think it was in 44, 45, when he got discharged. And meanwhile, my husband was in the Army too, and they sort of got discharged the same year. So I was living upstairs, Uncle Santy, and Uncle Santy asked me kindly if I would move out, because his son Tony was getting married, and he wanted to give him the place. So there I was looking for a place, and Matthew and Liz, you were looking for a place. So then we found this home on West 26th Street, I think it was an 1100 block, and you took the downstairs and I took the upstairs. And we had many, many good times together. And I remember, Liz, a little humor here, when you had that dog, and you just loved that dog. You'd buy pork chop for you and Matthew and one for the dog. And I remember this one time, you were going out of town, and you says, Vic, feed this can of whatever it was to the dog. So I opened up that can, and I couldn't stand it, because it looked like ham salad. And in those days, we ate a lot of ham salad. But when I opened that can, and to remind me of that, I said to Liz, don't ever tell me to feed the dog that canned stuff. And up till today, I do not eat ham salad, and that's about 60-some years ago. I remember our neighbor brought us over some ham salad when we moved here. Tony ate it all because I couldn't stand it, but that was all right. Well, then we bought this home, and we put the down payment. We bought this home. We had a good time. Well, then the Lord called you to go in the mission field, and you sold your home to Babe and Tony, I remember, and it was nice. We were together, yeah. And so then you went in the mission field, and God bless you. You started, I don't know how many churches, and the Lord really worked wonders out there. And thank God the way He took care of you all those years. And I remember the time Matthew, when the Lord called you in mission field, Matthew went to CBI in Springfield. And when he graduated, I remember we came out to see him, and we took Matthew's mother with us. And we were so proud as Matthew marched down that aisle to go to the front to get his diploma. And really, God had a plan for you way from the beginning when he called you to the mission field. And I just want to say that I would have loved to have been there with you today, but medical reasons, I'm just not able to do it. So I thought we'd make this little video for you, and I hope you enjoyed. And may God richly bless you, Lord, and just keep you. And I thank you for your love and your prayers. Continue praying, because I believe God answers prayer. God bless you. Amen.